So friends, 44th question, a preference share which carries the right of sharing in surplus left after paying the equity dividend is called as participating preference share. C is the right answer. Question number 45, which type of following shares have a right to receive the dividends unpaid in prior years whenever earnings becomes inadequate? So this year, if the earnings are not sufficient, next year, if earnings are there, previous year dividend is also to be paid, such is called as cumulative preference share. Then friends, 45A is the right answer. Question number 46, which of the following cannot be utilized for redemption of preference shares? The proceeds of issue of fixed deposit cannot be utilized for redemption of preference share. Then C is the right answer. Then on redemption of preference shares, money cannot be arranged from where? From sale of fixed asset. It can be arranged by issue of new shares, by sale of investment, or through a bank loan or overdraft. But for redemption of preference shares, we discourage and we don't allow you to make sale of fixed assets. C is the right answer. Question number 48. Which of the following conditions should be satisfied to redeem the preference shares? That is, no such shares should be redeemed unless they are fully paid. Yes, this is one condition. Where shares are redeemed out of the profit, a sum equal to the nominal value of the shares redeemed must be transferred to the capital redemption reserve. Yes, this is also a correct statement. Capital redemption reserve is only available for issuing the bonus shares. All these are the correct statements with respect to the redemption of preference share. D is the right answer. Question number 49. O Limited has redeemed its 12% preference shares of 2 lakhs at a premium of 4%. To meet the redemption, it has issued 1,98,000 shares of 20 each, of rupees 20 each at a premium of 5%. The balance outstanding to the credit of security premium after adjusting the premium on redemption of preference shares will be what? Write down friends. Premium on redemption of preference shares is equal to, premium on redemption of preference shares is equal to 2 lakhs into 4%. 2 lakhs into 4%. 2 lakhs into 4% कितना होगा? 8,000 होगा. Then what is it? Less premium on issue of preference shares. Less premium on issue of preference shares. Kitna? That is 1,98,000 divided by 1,98,000, inner column में लिख दो, 1,98,000 divided by 21. 1,98,000 divided by 21 कैसा? 20 rupees is the face value of the share. It got issued at a premium of 5% बोले तो 1,98,000 divided by 21 into 1 into 1 कितना हुआ? 9,428. 9,428. So 9,428 में से 8,000 निकाल दिए तो minus 8,000 निकाल दिए तो बाकी that will be there in the security premium account will be 1428. Isn't it or not? तो 1428 लगा दीजिए. सी में आंसर एडजस्ट करके 1428 लगा दीजिए. आपको मालूम हुआ कैसे कर रहे हैं हम? To meet the redemption, it has issued 1,98,000 shares of 20 each. No, it has issued rupees 1,98,000. That is not number. It has issued rupees 1,98,000 shares of the face value of the shares at rupees 20 each, of rupees 20 each. So number of shares is 1,98,000. That 1,98,000 is the proceeds of the fresh issue बोल के मैं ये आंसर derive कर रहे हैं. So students, please do remember, I am doing this solution with the assumption that the question need to be constructed properly. It has issued shares of rupees 20 each at a premium of 5%, and by that it has collected 1,98,000 is the way you have to remember the things. So face value of the share is 20, premium is 5%, means issue price is 21. 1,98,000 you are able to raise like that. So 1,98,000 divided by 21 into 1 bole to security premium on issue of shares will be known. So security premium on issue minus security premium on redemption निकाल दिए तो balance कितना आ जाएगा? 1428 आ जाएगा. Then question number 50. A company had issued 15,009% preference shares of rupees 100 each at 5% discount and 2 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each at a 10% premium. Full amount was received from the applicants in one installment. Net balance in the security premium account will be what? That is, what is it? A company issued 15,009% preference shares of 100 each at 5% discount. Write down discount on issue of preference shares. Discount on issue of preference shares is equal to 15,000 into 5 because 100 rupees के ऊपर 5% डिस्काउंट बोले तो एक एक शेयर के ऊपर 5 rupees डिस्काउंट हो जाएगा. तो 15,000 into 5 is equal to how much? 75,000. Then 2 lakhs equity shares of rupees 10 each at 10% means 2 lakhs into 10%. Write down premium on issue of shares, equity shares, premium on issue of equity shares 2 lakhs into 10%, 20,000. 20,000 minus the discount kitna? 2 lakh equity shares of 10 each at 10%, not 2 lakhs. 20 lakhs into 10% kar do. 20 lakhs into, because 2 lakhs is the number of equity shares. 2 lakhs into 10 is equal to 20,000. 20 lakhs into 10% means 2 lakhs is the premium on issue. Discount kitna hua? 75,000. Adjust kar do. Premium ke against you reduce the discount, then the difference will be how much? 1,25,000. B is the right answer. Question number 51. Determine the amount of fresh issue of shares from the following information relating to the Shagoon Leathers Work Limited. Redeemable preference shares 2 lakh, premium on redemption 10%, divisible profits available 60,000, balance in the general reserve 40,000, balance in the security premium 25,000. Fresh issue is to be made at a discount of 10%. तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? 2 lakhs minus amount that you can transfer to the capital redemption reserve is 1 lakh because divisible profits and 40,000. 60 plus 40 is equal to 1 lakh. 2 lakhs minus 1 lakh is equal to 1 lakh. That 1 lakh you have to raise by way of issue of the shares. So if that is the case, 1 lakh divided by, what is it? 9. 1 lakh divided by 9 into 10. 1 lakh you have to raise. Shares are of the issue price of 9 into 10 is the face value. So what is requirement? Fresh issue to be made at a discount of 10%. Then in which case how many shares are to be issued? Shares of the nominal amount of 1,11,111. B is the right answer. Question number 52. A Limited provides the following information. On 4th September 2008, company issued 12,012% debentures having a face value of 100 each at a discount of 2.5%. On 12th September, company issued 25,007% preference shares of rupees 100 each. On 29th September, company redeemed 30,006% preference shares of 100 each at a premium of 5% together with 1 month dividend thereon. Bank balance as on 31st August 2008 was 30 lakhs. After effecting the above transactions, the bank balance as on 30th September 2008 will be, of course, once you open the bank account, I will be able to tell you. Open the bank account. Bank account debtor to 7% debentures. Bank account debtor to 7% debentures. 12,000 into 100 into 97.5%. 12,000 into 100 into 97.5%. कितना हुआ दोस्तों? 11,70,000. 11,70,000. कैसा? 12,000 into 100 is equal to 12 lakhs. 12 lakhs into 97.5% is equal to 11,70,000. Then friends, one more thing. Bank account debtor to preference share capital. 25,000 into 100 is equal to 25,000 into 100 is equal to 2,50,000. Then by preference share capital, payment कितना कर दिया आप? 30,000 into 100, 3 lakhs into 5%, 3 lakhs into 105%, 105%, बोले तो 3,15,000. 3,15,000. ओपनिंग बैलेंस टू बैलेंस लिख दो. ओपनिंग बैलेंस कितना है? 30 lakhs. So 30 lakhs plus 11 lakhs 70,000 plus 2 lakhs 50,000 minus कितना? 3 lakhs 15,000. कितना हुआ? 35 lakhs 5,000 is the right answer. 35 lakhs 5,000 is the right answer. D is the right answer. You got the same? Monica? Yes. D is the right answer. There is an opening balance of 30 lakhs amount. Right. Question number 53. Which of the following cannot be used for the purpose of creation of capital redemption reserve? Profit and loss account, credit balance, general reserve, dividend equalization reserve. These three can be used for CRR, whereas unclaimed dividend cannot be used. D is the right answer. Question number 54. Rich had 3,000 at 12% redeemable preference shares of 100 each, fully paid up. Company issued 25,000 equity shares of 10 each at a par and 1,014% debentures of 100 each. All the amounts were received in full. The payment of preference shareholder was made in full. The amount to be transferred to the CRR is what? Redeemable preference shares is what? 3,000 into 100 is equal to 3 lakhs. And fresh issue of the share capital is what? 25,000 into 10 is 2,50,000. So 3 lakhs minus 2,50,000 is equal to 50,000. D is the right answer. Ignore the fact about issue of debentures. Only the difference you have to see. Face value of the preference share capital to be redeemed minus face value of the fresh issue of the share capital. D is the right answer. Question number 55. Ankush had issued 10,000 10% redeemable preference shares of 100 each, fully paid. Company decided to redeem these preference shares at par by issue of sufficient number of equity shares of 10 each at a premium of 2 per share as fully paid up. The amount to be transferred to the capital redemption reserve is, if you decide to issue the share capital to the extent that is required for redemption of preference share capital, there is no requirement for transferring any amount to the CRR. So once you are making the issue of making fresh issue which is equivalent to the face value of the preference share capital to be redeemed, sufficient number आप यदि issue करने चाहिए तो there is no need for creating the CRR. Question number 55, D is the right answer. Question number 56. Light Limited has 10,000 5% preference shares of rupees 10 each to be redeemed after 5 years. The company forfeited 500 preference shares on which final call of rupees 2 has not been received after due notice and cancelled these shares on account of redemption. Remaining shares were redeemed out of reserves of the company. The amount to be credited to the capital redemption reserve is what? See, friends, try to understand the points. जब भी आप कैपिटल रिडेम्पशन रिजर्व को कितना ट्रांसफर करना चाहिए तो फेस वैल्यू ऑफ द प्रेफरेंस शेयर कैपिटल टू बी रिडीम्ड माइनस फेस वैल्यू ऑफ द फ्रेश इश्यू. सो इन दैट कॉन्टेक्स्ट originally Light Limited has 10,000 5% preference shares of 10 each means 1 lakh. These are to be redeemed after 5 years. Company forfeited 500 preference shares on which final call of 2 has not been received after due notice and cancelled these shares on account of redemption. Remaining shares are redeemed out of the reserves of the company. So remaining shares are what? 500 shares means 500 into 10 is equal to 5,000. 1 lakh minus 5,000 is equal to 95,000. You have to take B as the right answer because face value of the preference shares that are going to be redeemed is 95,000, because the fact is that to the extent of the face value of the 5,000 shares are already cancelled. So 95,000, B is the right answer, not 1 lakh. Then 57, T Limited issued 30,000 12% preference shares of 10 each at a premium of 5% which are redeemable at par. Company did not have sufficient cash resources to redeem the preference shares. Hence, it issued 20,000 14% debentures of 10 each at a premium of 10%. The amount to be transferred to the capital redemption reserve is, please remember friends, fresh issue means what? Fresh issue of share capital only. Fresh issue of debentures you don't consider. So the entire amount of 3 lakhs of the face value of the preference shares to be redeemed, that amount need to be transferred from free reserves to the general reserve. In the given problem, what they are making fresh issue is not that of the share capital. So that is not, it is debentures. So debenture issue cannot be considered as a valid thing. So the point of interest is, from entire 3 lakhs, if you reduce 0 because fresh issue of the share capital is 0, so entire 3 lakh amount is to be transferred to the capital redemption reserve. C is the right answer. Question number 58. X Limited got 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, 1,008% preference shares of rupees 100 each. 1,000 into 100 is equal to 1 lakh. And 40,000 and 60,000 respectively in the general reserve and profit and loss account. It also had got 3,000 security premium. The company exercised its option to redeem the preference shares at a 10% premium. For this purpose, 5,000 rupees 10 equity shares were issued at a premium of 10%, which has been fully paid up. The company had 30,000 investments which were sold at 38,000. All payments were made except to the holders of 50 shares who could not be traced. The directors then issued bonus shares to the then shareholders at a rate of 2 for 3, held at 5% premium. Directors want to that there should be a minimum reduction in the free reserves. The entire story में एक ही बात है, बोनस इश्यू को फ्रेश इश्यू नहीं मानते हम, and what we require is what is the fresh issue of the share capital which they are making is 5,000 equity shares of 10 each, 50,000. What is the face value of the preference share to be redeemed is 10,000 into 10, 8 preference shares is equal to, that is of rupees 100 each. 1,000 into 100 is equal to 1 lakh. 1 lakh of the face value of the preference share capital to be redeemed minus face value of the fresh issue is 5,000 into 10 is equal to 50,000. Remaining information is waste for you. So 1 lakh minus 50,000 is equal to 50,000. All other facts are not relevant. Of course, you did 5 to 6 problems in our main module. So this is not a very big issue. Unless and otherwise, you are listening only multiple choice questions. If you had viewed the preference share capital and the problem section, this problem is not a very big issue. So when the problem is very big, please don't bother. The relevant information that is required may be very small. Problem is big, solution will be small. Problem is small, solution will be big, is the thing that you need to remember. Because in a big problem, more information they themselves gave. Then number of bonus shares to be issued is 10,000. Of course, how do you calculate number of bonus shares to be issued is equal to 10,000 friends. Now existing shares are 10,000. Freshly they are issuing 5,000. 10 plus 5 is equal to 15,000. For every person who holds 3 shares, you are giving 2 shares means 15,000 divided by 3 into 2. लिख दो. Number of bonus shares issued कैसे calculate करें मैं? 10,000 plus 5,000 divided by 3 into 2. 10,000 plus 5,000 divided by 3 in whole multiplied by 2 is equal to 10,000. B is the right answer. Payment to the preference shareholders for redemption amount is what? कितना पे करना पड़ता preference shareholders को? कितना? 1 lakh into, these are to be redeemed at a premium or what? 10%. 1 lakh into 10% is equal to 1 lakh at 10,000. D is the right answer. Question number 59, friends. Following items appear in the balance sheet of Deshabandhu Limited as on 31st March 2009. Equity shares authorized 5 lakhs, issued, subscribed and called up and paid up is 4 lakhs. Preference shares authorized, issued and subscribed, authorized, issued and subscribed 60,000. 12% preference shares of 20 each fully paid. Investments rupees 3,50,000. Profit and loss credit balance 7 lakhs. It was decided to redeem the preference shares at a premium of 5% as on 31st March 2009. It was further decided to sell the investments for rupees 3 lakhs. Finance part of the redemption of company funds subjected to leaving a balance of 2 lakhs in the profit and loss account. Issue sufficient number of equity shares at a premium of 2 to raise the balance of the funds required. The above decisions have been carried out and the preference shares are redeemed. The following incomplete journal is available in respect of the above transactions. Bank account dated to share application and allotment 9 lakhs. Profit and loss account dated to capital redemption reserve. इसका मतलब क्या है? You have to find out what is the amount to be transferred to the CRR. Number 1, entry marked A indicates what? Entry marked A indicates it made an issue of 75,000 equity shares of 10 each at a premium of 2 each. तो दोस्तों कैलकुलेटर्स ले लो, 75,000 into 12 करे तो कितना आ जाएगा? 75,000 into 12 करे तो कितना? 9 lakhs. मगर यहां पे क्या करें? यस, बैंक अकाउंट डेटेड टू शेयर एप्लीकेशन 9 lakhs 9 lakhs. शेयर एप्लीकेशन अकाउंट डेटेड टू शेयर कैपिटल टू सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम, नेक्स्ट एंट्री लगाना पड़ता. मगर इसको देख के आप पढ़े तो bank account dated to share application means they have issued 75,000 equity shares at a rate of 12 rupees per share. That is 10 rupees is the face value, 2 rupees is the, what is it? A security premium is a point. Then friends, entry marked in the B. What is the amount to be transferred to the capital redemption reserve? It will be rupees 4,50,000. How it is 4,50,000? I leave the same to the students to make the calculation of the amount to be transferred to the CRR is a point. So, दोस्तों, thanks for patient listening.